What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Akuma Fund. Today we're going over my review of Fidelity. Whenever you open up a Fidelity account, which I will go over in a bit, this is going to be the main page you stumble upon. It's just going to, open account, log out. What I like about it is it gives you a brief overview of what the markets have been doing. If you want to see, I heard that the news of the stock market was down. Really, how much is it down on the year? You know what I'm saying? You can really just check easy stuff like this. Gives you the view of the Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P 500, and then they give you the British stock market, and then the Japanese, and they go over here and they give you some news articles and then some analysis. That's pretty much it from down here. I'll go over this in a second. Fidelity has zero account fees, so to maintain the account is absolutely free. Fidelity does not charge anything for that. You do not need any minimums to open up an account. So right now, if you wanted, you can go and open an account. Zero expense mutual funds, which personally I have had very poor experience with mutual funds in general, so I'm definitely not going to do that. And one thing that they also aren't mentioning is that you get commission-free purchasing of any Invesco product, basically. And worst case, if it's not, it gives you a complete list, and it's very clear that you can buy this security commission-free. So, for example, let's say you're an S&P 500 investor. You can buy the IVV, which is Invesco's S&P 500 index. You can buy as much of that or as little as you want with no commission. So that I think is really, really cool. And one thing I really like about Fidelity in general, let's see here. Oh yeah, okay. So this is also on the main page, but I'm gonna finish my thought. One thing I really like about Fidelity is it just having that $5 commission and you knowing that it exists tends to shoot you towards the direction of being a long-term investor. Don't know what that noise is. So it shoots you towards being a long-term investor. When you know that you're going to lose $5 just because you want to buy or sell a stock, it really makes you kind of think. It makes you value the trade more. There's some type of sunken cost of making a transaction, and for me personally, more transactions is bad because I'm a long-term investor. If I'm making lots of transactions, it means I'm not doing pretty well. So right now it's showing you. This is actually one of my favorite parts about Fidelity. It gives you this total account balance. As you can see here, I started back about a year ago. Had a really big portfolio, at least for me, about $5,000. Some things happened, sold it all, and then traveled, started a video business, went to school for a bit, and then now I'm just getting back up into investing. So it gives you a really good overview of your it's obvious 2-year investment career. I really, really like that. It just gives you a total account balance. On the left here, it gives you, let's make it bigger. On the left here, it gives you all your accounts, how much they're worth. So right now, the accounts that are listed here are worth $760. All of it being from my dividend income machine broker. I have my Roth IRA here that I have not put any money into because I haven't gotten paid yet. This is my Fidelity cash management account. They give you a physical debit card that then you can put in your wallet, for example. And then the cash savings. This is actually a brokerage account that I'm planning on just shoveling cash into. The reason why is because Fidelity has a 2%. Well, it really depends on what the interest rates are from the government, but hovering around a 2% interest rate for any cash you hold in a brokerage account, which I think is amazing. So I just decided to toss that up, and basically now it's my high yield savings account. You can put other accounts here too. So this is my Discover Secured credit card, and this is my Entrance banking checking account. I like to put these here because these are the accounts that I use to transfer money into other accounts. This is any little expenses I have, so I know that this is how much I have to pay at the end of the month. And then this here, my KeyBank checking is anytime I get money from either the internet or from my job or from school for financial aid or whatever it may be, it goes into this account that I then can either put in any of these accounts or do something else with it. Don't want to go too much in depth in that, but if you guys want, I can give you guys an overview of how I manage all of my different accounts, because I have quite a few more than this, and also with different banks. So maybe one day I'll do a video about that, my strategy there. There's just another really, really cool part here. It tells you if any of your stocks have hit 52-week highs or 52-week lows. It tells you any upcoming earning dates for any of your securities, and it also gives you ex-dividend dates. So look, the Atlantic Yield, their ex-dividend date is in 1 day. So now I know that if I purchase the stock, for example, today, I will be getting the dividends for that quarter. Summary of events. Another thing too is it gives you any equity changes. Less important, but still valuable, I think. My favorite thing is these two right here. When's the ex-dividend date coming up, and when is the earnings? Love that aspect. More overviews. It gives me news about my investments. So forward equity research, downgraded Atlantic Yield, downgrades on Atlantic Yield. My favorite thing though is usually just finding the transcripts, or even news like their credit rating going up and stuff. They have top news. There's a community investor thing, and I have yet to open up an account with this, but let's see if I have, because some of those titles look really, really fun. What did you buy, sell? Why? August 2016. Are you rich? MREIT Curie. I don't know what that is. Kraft Heinz, buy, sell, hold. How will you adjust for the upcoming Trump war and Trump war? Okay, Trump trade wars. Don't know what he's talking about war there. As far as I know, the United States has not entered any wars. But as you can see here, oh look, I do have an account. So you can go here and we can check on this guy's thoughts on Roth IRAs, a bunch of different responses. People here are really, really like serious. Like these are no joke investors, retail investors who a lot of the time are very, very, very advanced. So really awesome Fidelity Community page. This is probably another one of my favorite parts of it. You don't even need you don't need to pay for anything to access this. I mean, people here are legit. So highly recommend checking out the community page. Anywho, if we go here to open account, we can go over an overview of all the different accounts that Fidelity has. So they have traditional IRAs and Roth IRAs. They have brokerage account and basically debit accounts to expend any cash you want to take out. You have 529 savings, which is basically is it tax deferred or is it tax free? I don't know. Tax benefit account for saving up college or any type of expenses whenever for your kids. I'm actually pretty certain that when they turn 18, they don't have to use it for college. You can use it for K to 12, but I don't know actually the specifics of the 529. So definitely do research about that. I think my grandma opened one of these up for me because I was able to, maybe not, but I was able to take control over the account and use what the funds in there for other things besides school. News and research. Okay, what is another really good thing? You know what? Obviously there's options trading and all that good stuff. But one thing I really want to show you guys is that, where is it? Yes, there's credit cards. Fidelity has credit cards. There are, I don't actually, I can't actually get this account because technically my credit isn't good enough yet. But yeah, it's a 2% cash back that you can put the money back into any Fidelity account. I think that's super awesome. Definitely will be getting this whenever I can. 2% cash back card. Fidelity has it. ETFs and all this stuff. Oh, another thing too is you can invest into IPOs using Fidelity. I haven't bought any IPOs, but basically you can. Another really important thing about Fidelity is that if you pass away, you can set your account to go to someone. So like my account is set for whenever I pass away, or like let's say next week I died. Okay, sucks. I only have $700 in there, but it's $700 that exists and that should be used. So let's say I die tomorrow or next week. My $700 in this account in these accounts will go to split between my brother and my sister. So I think that's super duper powerful. It really puts in perspective, like, really basic, what's it called? Estate planning. Of course, like, I'm like 20, so I'm not really that focused on this, but the features are all here. As a matter of fact, let's check them out. Let's go to live events. So let's say, for example, getting divorced. Ooh, that sucks. Ugh, getting divorced sucks. I don't think I'll ever get married. Guidance behind dollars and cents. I don't know where exactly it is, but there is that. Second is I'll show you guys over the actual research tools that Fidelity gives you. So this is I picked IVV specifically because this is commission free because it's from iShares or Invesco. It's very very advanced. I think number one, it gives you really good search tools here, or not just stock analyzing tools. It gives you the volume, which is something that I really appreciate. It gives you. I mean, this is for a what's it called? An ETF? Yeah, ETF. Uh, I mean, it is what it is. It's really not that it. I mean, it's cool for an ETF. It gives you the PE earnings, the PE earnings, the PE gives you all the different ratios. That I just want to show you guys mostly for this for this commission free part here. But like, let's go to an actual stock, and then we'll see. I'm zooming in for you guys so that you guys can see better. So here's Atlantic Yield, right? This. Oh wow, it's at 24.10. Fuck, it's really rising up in value. Damn it, that sucks. Doesn't really matter though. I'll just keep on buying it. So as you can see here, it gives you all the different things. PE. This company does not actually have PE. All that dividend yield, all that stuff. But if you scroll down here, it gives you the dividend yield compared to the market median. It gives you the sustainability. It gives you the annualized year-over-year growth, which these numbers are super out of whack for Atlantic Yield because it's kind of a crazy company. Tells you if companies have missed, beat, met, what the earnings are expected to be. Tells you the growth. It gives you an overview of what the company does, and it gives you different analysis. Gives you fundamental analysis. I mean, I don't use this too much. It gives you ex-dividend dates. So this is for kind of a weirder company, Atlantic Yield. So if we go up here and we type in, for example, if we go to Apple stock, everything makes sense. 52-week range, everything makes sense. Gives you straight PE of 17.5. Gives you the dividend, all that good stuff. Gives you obviously the stock price chart. I might need to buy more Apple. Gives you the payout ratio. Gives you the dividend yield compared to the market. Here, as you can see here, it shows you the dividend year-over-year changes. So we have a 10%, an 11%, and 15% dividend change. So that's Apple's going the dividend really fast. They beat all three of their past earnings. That's pretty good. And wow, I always can't believe when I look at Apple's PE that Apple is paying at is a 17.5 PE. Just don't understand. Gives you all of their competitors, and gives you all this stuff. This is just an overview of the research tools that they give you. And obviously there's a lot more stuff over here. I think that the Fidelity beats definitely Robinhood for its research tools, but besides that, it's no joke. It's legitimate. It's every feature that you could ever possibly want in a broker. Fidelity will have it. It's a legit broker. Last but not least, what else should we be doing? They have full view, which kind of gives you an overview of all of your finances. If we go here to ETFs, there's kind of like an interesting ETF tool. If you're an ETF type investor, you can there's the commission free ones, and you can sort by different sectors and all that stuff. But let's just go here and actually look at what the so these are Fidelity specific ETFs. Uh, where's Fidi? I guess it's not here any. I don't know where it is. But I've actually used to buy these because of the thing. But there's expense ratios and all that stuff in person. I'm just not an ETF investor. If we go to, for example, let's go to multi-sector, for example. And we go to, yeah, as we can see here, you can sort, uh, basically, Invesco will have an ETF for almost every single market that you want. If you're an ETF investor and you're used to getting the commission free trading by Robinhood, if you or any other broker for that matter, when you go to Fidelity, you have options for free commission trading. Um, Especially if you're just an S&P 500 investor, something like that, you have options. And of course, you can always just pay the $5 commission. Um, with Fidelity, it's more emphasized on putting in big bunches. It's not meant to do $30 here, $40 here, $20 here, $100 here, $200 here, $100 here, $30 here. It's meant for you to deposit thousands of dollars of cash in an instance. It's for the big boys, and that's personally why I like to use Fidelity. It has everything I would ever possibly need from a broker. It's I've never had any issues with Fidelity. Highly recommend them. I'll put a link in the description. It's just a link to fidelity.com. I do not get any. I'm not being paid by Fidelity to say any of this stuff. I don't have a what's it called, a commission, or I don't get anything if you click the link down below. I just highly recommend Fidelity, very simply. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. This has been Emmanuel Ardenia from the Akuma Fund, and I'm out.